Today we are traveling back to the 1970s to look at one of the most culturally significant special editions Volkswagen ever produced. But first, let's start with a trivia question about its most famous feature. In the 1970s, Volkswagen released the Jeans Special Edition Beetle. What made the interior of this car so unique? Was it A, it had pockets in the doors made of leather? B, the seats were upholstered in blue denim material? C, the dashboard was made of blue plastic? D, it came with a free pair of pants? If you answered B, the seats were upholstered in blue denim material, you are correct. While many car companies claim to be fashionable, Volkswagen literally dressed their car in the most popular fashion item of the 20th century, with seats that looked and felt like your favorite pair of Levi's, complete with contrast stitching and pockets. The Jeans Beetle was a marketing masterpiece. Today, we are exploring how a humble economy car became a fashion icon. To understand the Jeans Beetle, you have to understand the era. By the early 1970s, the Volkswagen Beetle had been in production for decades. While it was still popular, sales were beginning to soften as modern water-cooled competitors entered the market. Volkswagen needed a way to reconnect with the youth market. They needed to make the car feel young, rebellious, and relevant again. At the same time, denim jeans had transitioned from workwear to a global symbol of the counterculture. Everyone from rock stars to students was wearing denim. It was the uniform of the generation. Volkswagen saw an opportunity. They didn't need to redesign the entire car. They just needed to change its wardrobe. In 1973, they launched the first Jeans Special Edition in Europe. It was an instant hit because it acknowledged that the Beetle wasn't a luxury car. The Jeans Beetle was based on the Sparkkäfer, or the Economy Beetle. This was the most basic, stripped-down version of the car, usually powered by the smaller 1200cc engine. But Volkswagen turned this lack of features into a stylistic choice. In an era where most cars were still covered in chrome to signify value, the Jeans Beetle went the opposite direction. It was one of the first factory cars to embrace the blacked-out look. All the chrome trim, the bumpers, the headlight rings, the door handles, and the side mirrors was painted in satin black or black chrome. This gave the car a sporty, aggressive, and modern appearance. It was paired with bright, vibrant 1970s colors. The most famous was Tunis Yellow, a bright, sunny yellow that contrasted perfectly with the black trim. Running along the bottom of the doors was a bold black stripe with the word Jeans cut out of it, announcing the car's identity to the world. The real star of the show was the interior. When you opened the door, you weren't greeted by the standard boring vinyl or basket weave pattern found in millions of other Beetles. Instead, you saw seats covered in denim. Volkswagen went to great lengths to make the experience authentic. The fabric was a durable denim blue material, often a specially treated blend to meet fire safety standards that regular cotton denim couldn't pass. But to the touch and the eye, it was pure jeans. The designers even added copper rivets to the stress points of the seat covers, mimicking the construction of pants. The pièce de résistance was the storage. On the back of the front seats, and sometimes on the sides, Volkswagen stitched actual pockets. They were shaped just like the back pockets of a pair of jeans, complete with the stitching pattern. It was a playful, functional touch that allowed passengers to store maps or sunglasses in a back pocket while driving. The jeans kit and evolution of the Jeans Beetle was so successful that demand outstripped supply. Volkswagen realized that thousands of people who already owned Beetles wanted the look. In a brilliant move, they began selling a jeans kit through their dealerships. This allowed owners to retrofit their standard Beetles with the denim seat covers, the black hubcaps, and the side decals. It was one of the first major examples of factory-sanctioned modification culture. The Jeans edition proved to be so popular that it didn't stay a one-off. It returned for the 1975 model year, and remarkably, the concept lived on for decades. In Mexico, the Jeans edition appeared in the mid-1990s and again in the year 2000. These later versions kept the denim upholstery and the jeans badging, proving that the combination of the Beetle and blue jeans was timeless. The Jeans Beetle was more than just a paint and upholstery package. It represented a shift in how cars were marketed. Before this, special editions were usually about adding luxury. More wood, more leather, more power. The Jeans Beetle was about adding attitude. It celebrated the Beetle's basic nature. It didn't try to hide the fact that it was an economy car. It leaned into it. It said that being simple, durable, and unpretentious was cool. It aligned the brand with pop culture in a way that felt organic rather than forced. Today, finding an original 1974 Jeans Beetle with its original denim interior intact is incredibly rare. Cloth interiors wear out faster than vinyl, and decades of sunlight have faded many of those blue seats to gray. But for collectors, it remains one of the most sought-after special editions. The Jeans Beetle stands as a reminder of the 1970s, a time when a car company could look at a pair of pants and say, "That would make a great car." It was a perfect marriage of two icons of mass production. Both were built for everyone. Both got better with age, and both never really went out of style.